Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on The Flash Season 8. So tomorrow, from when this is going up, is DC Fandom Day, where we will get our first official look at footage from Season 8 of The Flash, whether that be a trailer or just general footage. Unclear what it will be at this point, but keep your eyes out for the video and breakdown on the channel after that. But something that we have been wondering about this season is what will follow the Armageddon event that will be kicking off this season of The Flash in the first 5 episodes. We know that like Impulse, XS, and Jay Garrick will be back in the episodes following, but that's really it. You know, a lot of the talk's being about Armageddon, which makes sense. It opens up the season. That's the advertising point. But in regards to not knowing stuff, that has now changed thanks to the announcement of a returning character who died, from what we know, in season one's finale. But he is back again for some fun. So about 2 days ago, I think it will be by the time this video goes out on YouTube, Rick Cosnet, who of course we know as Eddie Thawne in The Flash, posted this photo on Instagram with the caption, "Special announcement coming tomorrow, hashtag The Flash." Now, of course, this got many people excited as Eddie is like a fan favorite of the show, and since his death in season one's finale, we have had him back, or had him come back twice. Once in a time travel episode in season 2, and the next season again in a Speed Force episode in season 3. But yeah, it's been over 4 years since then, going on 5 years since that last appearance. And yeah, he is a dead character, we know that. But how many other dead characters have returned multiple times since their deaths through multiple reasonings? So you could argue this is a long overdue return to the show. Now, the long hair that Rick is sporting in this photo got many people bringing up this photo of an iteration of Cobalt Blue from the comics, complete with a mysterious mask that has very similar looking hair to what Rick was sporting in that photo. Now, this led many people to hype this photo up as like a confirmation of sorts that Rick was back to play Cobalt Blue, which isn't dashed, but we will go back to that, later in this video. But yeah, it's people being their own worst enemies. They complain about, oh my god, the show disappointed me. But it's like, well, the show didn't advertise it. You hyped it up yourself. But anyway, however, the day after that, we had Rick post this photo on his Instagram with the caption, "If you hadn't guessed, ... I'm in the new season of hashtag The Flash." With him also posting like a photo on the same Instagram post thing of the little like name card thing that goes on his chair that he sits on while waiting on set. So I don't know, he's getting one of those. That's pretty special with like the Flash season 8 detailing and branding and stuff. Now the haircut may have dashed some people's dreams of a long-haired Eddie Thawne returning to the show, but then TV Line was able to talk to some of their sources and confirm that Rick Cosnet will be returning as Eddie Thawne. And this was before that photo was posted, by the way, with him saying that he was actually back. So this stuff came before the photo. But anyway, TV Line revealed that it would unfortunately not be, oh my god, series regular. At least they wouldn't confirm it would be series regular. But they said he would be returning in a singular flashback episode. One episode, with that episode looking to be episode 6 by the sounds of it. Which, of course, is the first episode after the conclusion of the Armageddon event that is opening up season 8. Now, of course, this information, that he was only come back in one episode, it didn't sit well with some people. Some people were just happy to have Eddie back in general, which, like, one of my feet was in, slightly in. However, many people wanted this to be, like, the commencement or the start of a story arc involving the character I think we all have championed for Eddie to become since his death in season 1. That, of course, being Cobalt Blue, and, of course, I had a good-sized foot in that camp as well. But it really has to be said, and a lot of people were bringing this up. Well, I don't want to say a lot, but there was definitely a few people that brought this up on Twitter and just in Instagram DMs, and people going, "Oh my god, did you see this? Blah blah blah." Would Rick Cosnet, would he cut his hair just for maybe like a filming schedule for an episode is about 8 to 9 days, and you don't film. No one films that all those 8 and 9 days. Like even Grant Gustin doesn't film 8 or 9 days. At the most, he might film 6 or something like that. So with Rick Cosnet as Eddie Thawne, he might film lucky 4, maybe 5, even if it's a stretch. Would he cut his hair for maybe just half a week's worth of filming, roughly? Like, I guess it's a possibility if he really wanted to reprise Eddie in whatever way he can. And like as I said, I did see people bringing this, the haircut up, the haircut for limited filming thing up, and whether it makes sense. But Also, it is important to remember that Rick Cosnet revealed a while ago that he'd been talking to the Flash about returning for a while. Like, I can't remember when that live stream was where people were asking about it, but it definitely wasn't like last month. It was at least 3+ months ago. So that's a lot of preparation and organization. Even that live stream, he said he'd been talking to them for a bit before that as well. So it's a lot of prep and organization just for one episode. So maybe keep that in mind. So maybe this whole singular episode isn't a thing, but maybe it is, and they just really wanted to organize it in advance. Maybe it's pivotal to the storyline for the season, or at least commencing a storyline. Not too sure. Now, in regards to the filming situation and this episode that it looks like Rick Cosnet will be reprising Eddie Thawne in, it is also the episode, or the first episode, might I say, by the looks of it, for this season that will have Bart Allen or Impulse in it. Now, Jordan Fisher, who plays Bart, showed himself in his trailer in Vancouver on the Flash set. He posted on Twitter, so he's obviously waiting to go shoot for the Flash. So though Bart and Eddie might not share scenes, they are in the same episode. And we are led to believe that Nora and Jay Garrick are in this episode as well. Now, I must say, and I need to point this out, some of you might already have caught it if I showed that the Bart video, or at least a screenshot of it on Twitter, on the video, so hopefully I did, just to be thorough. But Bart is dressed in a very non-Bart way, if that makes sense. So maybe this is like a disguise, whether that be for maybe some time travel stuff, or just so he can walk around in the present day. Not too sure. Like, Nora went around and she didn't really have a disguise. She didn't wear glasses or anything, or look, she just dressed like, I guess, a person her age would. So maybe Bart's going over the top, but then again, Bart is over the top. So it actually sort of makes sense that he would think, oh, I have to disguise myself. So he would go over the top and make himself look like some, I don't know, nutty professor. I'm not too sure. But anyway, but if he is time traveling, does that mean the Eddie scenes aren't flashbacks, but time travel? Because there is a difference between time travel and flashbacks. Flashbacks are just, obviously, you flash back to it, like we see in Arrow, and like we've had on the Flash before. But time travel is when someone actually physically goes back to that time period and experiences those events play out. So, I don't know. What would the flashbacks be for? Who were the flashbacks around? Who are they based on? Iris? Joe? Barry? Who are they based around? Or is it meant to be Eddie-centric flashbacks? Who knows? But on the topic of flashbacks with Eddie, or even time travel as a whole, do we need more flashbacks or past scenes with Eddie if they're not going to progress him into something else? Because it's very important to remember, and some of you might have been thinking this as well, we left him in a good place in season 2 with that video message to Iris when Barry had to travel back to season 2. Sure, we had him in season 3, but that was like a haunting Speed Force Avatar version of Eddie. It wasn't the proper Eddie. Season 2's time travel episode, that's proper Eddie, and we get that video message to Iris. So I don't understand it. I don't think there's a reason to. And I think most people would know that. Like, that was closure for that. You know, that whole thing going on there. So it makes you wonder, is there more to this? Like, is there more to this? Now, I'm not going to hype anything up too much. I just want to discuss it because I'm only using one and a half examples. One proper example and another like sort of like maybe example. Now, they are saying one singular flashback episode that he is back for, and that's it. You know, bye-bye Eddie after that. However, it must be said, they said the exact same thing about Katie Cassidy in season 5 of Arrow. They said she's back for the 100th episode, and you know, it's going to be cool to have her back for that episode, and that's it. Straight bang, right after that episode, the mid-season finale for season 5 of Arrow, she's back as Black Siren, or like the Earth 2 version of Laurel Lance. So that they misled you to like say, oh, that's why she's in Vancouver. That's why she's in Vancouver filming. But that was the mislead there. And she was in the rest of that season, along with season 6, then season 7, and then season 8. Now, obviously, I'm not saying Eddie's going to be in the remainder of the Flash's show, regardless of what season it gets to, but I'm just saying she was there for a much longer period than just that one episode that they said she was going to be back for. And also, from memory, I'm not 100% like sure on the details about this from the back of my head, but they said something very similar, but just not the same, but similar with Mon-El for Supergirl season 3 in his role. They said he's returning, but they didn't say like, oh, it's actually going to be a massive role. They said he was just like returning for like a part role, but he was really a main role once he actually returned. So it really makes you wonder, are they covering for a longer stint on the show, or are they really only bringing him back for one episode? I'm sure we'll find out soon, because really, once this episode ends filming, which should be in, well, they got this strike going on. Hopefully that doesn't stop the filming, but whenever it happens, whether it's in a week from now, 2 weeks from now, whenever they end up stopping the filming for this episode, if he's still in Vancouver and he's seen in Vancouver, then I think we got our answer, and there's a longer stint, but I'm sure we'll find out in the next couple of weeks. Now, obviously, maybe they reveal more at DC Fandom tomorrow, or maybe today from when you're watching this video, whatever it might be. I'm just expecting them to drop a trailer and then bounce out of there. It seems that is like what most of the shows and movies and games are going to be doing. There's only going to be like maybe like 1 or 2 which do more than that. But they might drop some like dot point reveals very quickly, you know, in that little presentation. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it, show support. Let me know in the comment section down below. Thoughts on this? Are you just happy to see Eddie back in general, or do you feel a bit shortchanged that they're not going to go ahead and do some Cobble Blue thing, at least this season? Maybe they're planting a seed for next season. I don't know. But yeah, let me know your various opinions and thoughts and reactions in the comment section down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.